Right on. All right. Here we are. Welcome to About That Ender, Mr. Matt Eversole.
Hello there.
And you are from the cellardoor.com.
That's
right?
one of the projects that I work on with my partner, Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams. Fantastic. Okay, so before we get into it, I just wanted to do like a quick little PSA, if you will, for people who are listening. This show is centered around video parts, but not always are we going to check out a video part. Sometimes we have people who are just either industry, a part of skateboarding, legends, so on and so on. So today we have Matt Eversole, who I came across you on Instagram, and it's because I think you liked a couple of our posts. You commented on something of ours, and I looked at your Instagram and saw that you had like a website. Checked it out. I was like, okay, and then I've just been watching. And then when we came back, I was like, hey, should come on. Let me know hear more about this, because it's called thecellardoor.com. Not like basement, but like you're selling it, like SELL, the seller, SELLER, door.com, correct?
Yeah.
And you seem to be a kind of like a marketplace where people, almost like a Etsy / eBay style website, where shops or brands can put their product on your website and people can purchase it kind of third party through you. Am I?
Yeah. Well, the nutshell version of it's Etsy, but focused on skateboarding.
Yeah.
On core skateboarding.
Yeah.
There's skateboard artists that have, they open their own store, they sell their own product. We just provide the platform. So skateboarders can sign up, and then slang their product, whatever it is. If it's like print, there's a awesome art glycee. Is that a glycee? I don't even know how to say that. That's Todd Brattrud. He made.
Is this like a poster, or is it like a card?
I think it's pretty big. Does it say the size on it? But he made these to sell to raise funds for a skate park or multiple skate parks in his area. He lives in North Dakota, I believe.
Okay, so this is a 18 by 24 inch print that's like an art print, and it's a water tower with a little smiley face on it. And it's going for $350.
Yeah, I think that's limited to 10.
Yeah, there's only 10 of them, and they're signed and numbered.
Yeah,
it's a screen print.
Todd Brattrud's like one of my favorite skateboard artists ever.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And super honored to have him on there selling things, and
then we turn around and we have VHS tapes, old mags. We've got old school decks. Looks like color printed grip tape.
Yep.
Stickers.
Bunch of vintage stickers there.
Hookup stickers. Oh, that'd be sick to have some of those. Okay, and then we've also got shoes, T-shirts, tops. We got pretty much any kind of hard good, soft good you can think of. Correct?
Well, I'm sure we could think of plenty of things that aren't on there, but for the most part, you could probably get a complete skateboard. You could probably get, or all the parts, components to make a complete skateboard.
So do you mostly have like individuals that are posting some of their like vintage stuff, or is it like shops, or a good mix of both?
It's a mix. So there's, there's the artists like Todd Brattrud. There's Jason Adams that has his art page that sells his, his prints of his stencil art, and original stencil art. And then there'll be skateboard brands like Fireside and the Space Program are two ones that are doing like some cool stuff now. And then there's, artists that are just doing small, like the grip tape. That's
small,
Luke Handsome, I believe.
Yeah, small run stuff.
Yeah, and then there's vintage, people selling vintage stuff. The VHS skateboard tapes, they're doing pretty good. They move.
Yeah.
There's Zerosh that does platypus skateboards. That's all,
Yeah.
He silk screens all his own skateboards, and then he sells his XT off-road wheels, which move. Like, he puts them on there and they move. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, that's such a, with COVID happening, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to get outside, and that was another avenue of, skateboarding. And
I just sold my pair of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a pair and I rocked them for a minute.
They're fun.
And they were super fun, but then I I was like, whatever, I don't need them. And a kid that works at one of my shops was like, dude, can I? I'm like, okay, you go have fun with these.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I mean, I kind of feel like I live out in the mountains now, so I'm like, I had a set. I actually had to I gave them to somebody else.
Yeah. You get stoked, and then you're like, here you go, you stoke out on.
But I want to get another set, and I will eventually. But like, I got a set for my friend, and he has a ramp at his house. I'm actually supposed to be there helping tear it down right now, but I got out of it to come here. But nice. he has dirt boards there, and people will just people will be skating the ramp, and then someone will hop on the dirt board, and then everyone just kind of flocks to that, and like everyone's taking turns.
They're fun.
Oh, it's so fun.
They're fun, especially if you got like a couple of cool little jumps or something with it. The last time I used mine, we were camping, and there was up at Ice House. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like a little mountain range, but it's like you could shoot guns up there, so there's a lot of like gun berms, and so I just dug out like a little deck in one of those berms, and then built a little launch at the bottom of it. So I had like a quarter pipe drop into a launch.
Oh wow, that sounds fun.
And I was just we were just camping, so I was just out there just having fun with it.
And then they're like, let's shoot the kid on the skateboard.
No, luckily we didn't have any guns with us out there. But yeah, so that's cool. I got to meet Zarosh once at Kachuga Land.
Oh yeah, did you go to one of the downhill races?
No, I actually.
Those are great.
I lucked out and just got kind of taken by one of his good friends because I wasn't really familiar, and the guy that I was with was like, hey, we're going to go to this spot. And I was like, okay. And it was just like, it's like one of his buddies' house. So we just like went to his house, and like when it was still like they were building all of like the bowl and everything. And I didn't know idea about it. And like we show up there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this place? Like, holy shit. And then my buddy was wearing some Nikes, and they wouldn't let him ride the bull.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were like, you can't ride the bull with those Nikes on.
I never experienced any of that.
I was like, whoa, really? And then they had a huge box of Americas, like brand new in the box Americas, all different sizes. And they were like, if you want to ride the bull, you got to wear one of those. And he thought they were joking. He was like, for real? They were like, no, seriously. Like, oh shit! He's like, all right. So he put on the Americas and
give me some shoes.
Rolled the bowl for a while, and then left and put his Nikes back on. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that bowl is nuts.
Yeah,
Zarosh is really good at it too.
Yeah. Like I said, I was unfamiliar, and then we skated with him, and it was like we got to go street skating with him and everything too. And it was like,
oh yeah, he's an amazing
fucking
person.
Raw, dude.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Fucking raw.
Very different.
Yeah, he's a cool dude though.
But you should, like, I went to. It was maybe 3 years ago. I went to the my first Kuaga. I always butcher it. Kuchuagala. But he has the Kuchugala. Kuchugala? Yeah, I still butcher it. But I went to his downhill event, and I didn't know what to expect. I'm just like, yeah, a bunch of dudes going down hills on dirt boards. Cool. And I went there and filmed it for him, and I was like, this is incredible. So many people come out to just watch. People come out to play music. People,
it's like festival.
It's incredible. And then I went there. I was like, I got to come to every single one. And then I went to the last one that he's had, because they haven't done it since COVID started. But yeah, I was like, I don't want to miss this ever. I don't want to miss one.
Yeah, no, I've never been to one of those.
Oh, you got to go.
We'll go. Let me know when it is, and I'm down. I feel like I'm out of the loop on shit like that. I always see it after it happens.
Yeah, it's pretty much just watching people tumble down mountains.
I'm into that.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's fun.
I don't like doing it.
Oh, I couldn't. I would be dead in 10 minutes.
So you mentioned other projects, and then I hear you went and filmed.
Oh yeah. So I don't really consider myself a skateboard videographer, but I've done a lot of filming in my years. I haven't done a lot of that lately, but I'll pick up my camera every once in a while and work on stuff. But yeah, I've made videos. I've had video parts. I've been in skateboarding a lot.
We should have sent me a video part. We could have watched it.
Oh, I'm sure that isn't everything on YouTube.
I'm sure everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, I've had a couple video parts.
Okay. How old are you?
46.
46? Okay.
46.
All right.
Yeah, so I've been around a while.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so cellar doors, like, it's something that Ryan and I have been working on for a long time.
And Ryan is your business partner in it. You guys created it together. How does he play?
So Ryan is he's the what do you call him? Coding genius.
Okay.
He's the guy that knows web tech. I'm just like.
And is he related to Jason?
No.
No, they just happen to have the same last name.
He might be related to a Jason, but not this Jason.
Okay.
But
you said his last name was Adams, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's why
yeah,
I was like,
I get. But yeah, he's when I lived in San Jose, our homies, we had a crew, like the San Jose crew was the tiltmode army.
Okay.
And just everybody that skated together was part of that pretty much. And Ryan's the tiltmode homie. So,
okay.
And his job was working in web coding. And so a long time ago, I hit him up and I was like, hey, I got this idea. And it's kind of basically like trying to get skateboarders an avenue to sell whatever they're selling.
Yeah.
Like anything, like skateboarders from our world, because I like people would go to the skate park and slang a set of wheels for $10 or whatever. I'm like, let's give them a platform to do it.
Yeah.
Let's give them a platform to sell their autographed boards or whatever. If they're pro, like if they're a brand. So that was the idea. And it's funny because I hit him up and I told him my idea and he's like, oh, it's so crazy that you're calling me about this because I'm working on something super similar. So we just kind of are.
There's like another website out there like that?
No, he was building it as his passion project because I guess a lot of.
So he already kind of had a similar idea and was like cutting out the framework of it?
Yeah. He was like, I want to make a marketplace for skateboarders. So in the coding world, I guess it helps if you have a passion project website so you can show like
you can show people what your style is.
I'm trying to get a job at whatever at Google and they're like, okay, what's your website, the one that you made? And so that's what he was working on. So we kind of just meshed our ideas and that became the cellar door. And
sick.
He kind of went to work and we figured out all we wanted and then he went to work on it and I would check in every once in a while because I'm like, I don't know what to contribute to coding. Yeah. So, and then one day he hit me up. He's like, hey, I'm pretty much ready to go live. And then, so we figured out like how we wanted to market it and who we were going to try and get involved. And it's been, it's hard to let people really understand that you go on there and sell all these boards if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, oh, I need some cash. I want to buy some beer or something. I don't know. Like I want to sell this Hyro board.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a stack you see under here. I mean, like I've just got stacks. So, I mean, I could,
Yeah.
But no, I don't want to. But.
Yeah. I know people that have like a basement full of Nikes that are sitting there and I'm just like, hey, if you ever want, like, here's your place. Like it's super, like everybody that I've worked with have told me, well, maybe not everybody, but I got a lot of feedback. They're like, this site is so easy to use. And I really like that. Like everything else is so confusing.
Yeah. It seems laid out very simply. It's very direct and to the point.
Yeah. So. We took away a lot of options for the vendors because people would just be like, hey, what is this? I don't know. Like, so we took away a lot of options. We want to start giving them back because people are starting to ask like, hey, I want to do this. So we're going to start implementing. We're actually going to revamp the entire site soon.
Maybe do like a copy the way Vimeo does it where you like have tiers.
Yeah.
Tiers of membership, like the free site is the easy one.
Yeah.
And then if you want those, like, because Vimeo, I pay for Vimeo for my business, and Vimeo by itself is cool, but you can only upload a certain amount, and you got to pay for if you want, more. The more tools you want, the more you have to kind of pay to allocate those tools.
Yeah.
So
you want the good stuff, you got to pay for it.
Which makes sense because if you want the tools, you're gonna somebody's got to be on that the back end making sure that they run correctly. So of course I'm gonna have to pay a little more.
Yeah,
for it.
And eventually we're planning on doing that. Right now we've made it free for anybody to sign up and host their product. Yeah. So that's just to try and get, get those numbers. We want to keep those numbers. We want to keep our fees down because we want it to be right for skateboarders. Mm-hmm. And
we all know how skateboarders are with money.
Yeah. I used Etsy to slang some stuff a while back, and I would be like, oh, cool, I made some money. And then I would just get a fee and then another fee. And I'd be like, wait,
well, plus Etsy's kind of a tough platform for skaters. Not a lot of skaters are like, I'm going to see if there's any decks on Etsy.
Yeah, I mean, people make some good money selling decks on Etsy, but I just personally, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so we were like, that was one of the things, like, well, let's create a platform that we, as a skateboarder like to use.
Well, with Etsy, isn't there's like you have to like pay to even post it, whether you sell it or not.
Look at it. You had to pay to like every turn, every click. I felt like I was paying for something, and I didn't like that.
I think my wife looked into that for her gig, and it was like you have to like buy credits to post this and that, and then they take a percentage on the back end, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we just do 10%. If you make a sale, we take 10%, and that's like bottom barrel of what we've seen out there. Like I think Etsy might have lowered their prices, but they've gotten so
they're
big.
so big.
Yeah, they're so
big.
Well,
and they're charging up front too.
Yeah.
So
well, I think they have a tiered subscription
yeah.
sort of thing that
Hopefully.
they can do there.
Yeah,
and we'll eventually, like we'll have to, as we grow, we'll have to do that. But we want to try and keep it as as minimal cost for our vendors as possible.
That's cool. Do you have a mobile version, like an app?
No, I mean, this is mobile friendly. Like you could just pull it up on your phone, and what is that? There's a word for that. I should know it.
Liquid.
Liquid.
It's a liquid site, so that it goes
fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like thinking about an app?
We've talked about it. There's just more important things that we need to
focus on first.
Yeah, because it's Ryan and I I don't have much to offer as far as putting in work on coding.
But you're the marketing in skateboarding side.
Yeah, right? Like I'm the guy that reaches out to people and like tries to communicate with them. I do the promoting for them. I was doing like if it's technical, if it takes smarts, it's Ryan, and if it's like, well, I could do that, that's me.
Right on. Okay. All right. That's cool. How does Jason Adams play in?
So Jason's been a long time. I've been friends with Jason since I was 15-ish.
Right on.
Yeah. So I've known him for a long time, and he's the homie. So, and he's, he was one of the first guys on our list that we wanted to go after and be like, hey, here's our platform. Here's what we're doing. And he was having a lot of problems with Big Cartel. He was like losing his URL. He was trying to get it back.
Yeah.
He was, and he was not happy with their rates.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, let's do this. And then I showed him how easy it was, and he was stoked on it, and he's been using it ever since. He started, I forget which one he started first, or maybe he started them both together, but he did his art page, and now he's added Chet to, he does Chet
Thomas, right? Chet
Childress.
Chet Childress.
So many Chets. He slangs some art for Chet, and then he does his Slappy Hour brand.
Sick.
So he makes cool stuff. He makes so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a lot of times it just goes. Like this one right here. Oops, sorry, I just bumped everything. That one right there hasn't moved yet, but everything else he put on with it like went out the door. So he's doing like
Jason Adams, Tim Armstrong.
Yeah, he does custom
Sarah.
grip tape on boards, and I've seen some people go pretty apeshit over them.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I haven't seen anyone do anything like that, like custom grip tape wise. Like, so he's really nailing it there. But yeah, he's pretty successful with what he gets on there. Like it moves.
Okay, so when I'm on the site here, I can go. Oh, here we go. Like here's his page.
Yeah, this is his vendor page. So everything that he puts underneath his art store will be on here.
That's cool.
And as you can see, a lot of it's sold out. Like a lot of them like are one-off. So he puts them up and they're gone.
Sick art. So we're looking at
that's a lot of Chet stuff right there. You could tell the difference. Like Jason's a lot more colorful.
We're looking at Jason Adam and Chet Childress's art page.
Chet Thomas. Just kidding.
Chet Thomas.
Just kidding, Chet. Cheerio, Chet.
Yeah, not Chet Thomas. Chet Childress. Some super sick art. Some custom board art. Some hats and shit.
That Dolly Parton stuff. Like whenever he puts up. Oh, I think I brought you some. I brought you.
I like things.
That's one of the.
Oh, sick.
Those are some pins that he's made. Those are
some pins.
Yeah, little pin sets. I think it's that one right there.
That's dope.
But that Dolly Parton.
The Slappy Hour.
People love Dolly Parton. I wonder why.
Well, yeah. She's
awesome.
American icon.
Yeah.
It's dope. Yeah, this is a cool site. and really cool idea. So that's why I wanted to have you on, because I just I like the community aspect of it, the idea behind it, and the platform allowing anybody to put up something. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me there. I need to get it out to people. I want skateboarders to,
Yeah, definitely. In fact, there's one guy for sure in mind that I have that I'm gonna send this link to. He's actually the very first podcast guest we had on.
Who's that?
James Gray.
Oh, yeah, James.
James Gray. He does fucking amazing grip tape art.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
He does amazing slappy quick grinds.
Just pretty much amazing everything. He pretty much does amazing everything. But have you? So you obviously know him.
Yeah, I do. I didn't know he was doing.
Bro.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
Bro, let me see if I can bring up his Instagram, because dude, his art is. They were selling it at Good Times for a bit, and it's like full on. Like the whole thing is all colored. Let's see if we can.
Can we watch some of his clips? He's so sick.
All right, yeah, but let me see if I can find some. There we go. Boom, like that's.
Oh wow.
That's all his art right there.
What?
Yeah, that's all. It's hand drawn. So we're looking at an Instagram post from James Gray that was like an art show that he did where he hung. I mean, there's got to be like 20 either grip tape sheets or boards that he's used, and head to toe. Art, I mean, head to toe painted with different trippy psychedelic characters and shapes and eyeballs, and there's like a Charlie Brown smoking a joint, and just like an eyeball character, just all kinds of just crazy alien fucking abduction looking shit. There's a banana that's opened up, but it's a joint on the inside. That's
yeah, James,
dude, he's savage.
Yeah, this is cool.
But he could, I mean, he could very easily sell even the used decks.
Oh yeah,
that's that'd be a cool platform for him.
I want one
because right now he's only hit him up. So
I will.
I won't even have to.
He's the homie.
But yeah, James is fucking. Let's look at his most latest
that
one.
front board. Ooh.
This super long front board that he does on a little slappy curb. His front board's for like the entire like a city block.
That's like my favorite spot right there.
No big deal, No big deal. This is Grass Valley. Oh. This he's just the double pump.
Yeah, that's
the
crazy.
Double slash. Going up the hubbas, I know you guys like skating down the hubba, but I go nose grind, yank out up the hubba.
Sick.
I'm just James Gray. No big deal. And then when you tell him, "Hey, dude, that was amazing," he'll go,
Yeah, he's super humble. He's fun to see.
Could have been better. He's one of my favorites. He rode for me at Epic. I don't know did you ever visit that park?
I didn't.
Did you know about it?
Yeah, I actually, me and back in the day, my buddy Jose Rojo, he was like, "We're going to Epic," because it was raining, and then we were heading up there, and then like the freeways were closed or some shit. Like we were just like, "Dude, we can't make it there." Yeah, so that was my one shot.
We used to manage it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, that's a piece of it right there.
It looked incredible.
It was.
That
it was
ashtray,
epic.
that ashtray in the middle. Holy crap!
It was a sushi dish.
It was okay. Oh, it makes sense.
That's what we called it. It was a sushi dish, but it was the whole park was phenomenal, and he was on the team. He was like the one kid on the team,
as he should be.
Dude, I loved having him. He was so good.
Yeah,
so good. Okay, so let's go back to filming. I want to hear more about you filming. Like, what kind of camera you use?
I actually was just asked that the other day. I'm like, I don't even know what I have. I'm like, I still have I had a VX.
Oh, old school.
I still have my VX. Like, I bought it when it kind of first came out.
Do you still have tapes for it?
Oh yeah, I have libraries, like boxes and boxes of like VX tapes, like ones that have been sent to 411 and sent back, and it's like, like sent to whatever company, and I have them send it back. Like a lot of them I don't get back. So yeah, my catalog, I have to go through someday. I have to go through all of them and
I got a little stack of VX. I got a little stack.
Yeah, I think I have probably like 800 times that.
Yeah, probably. I filmed for a summer.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. Well, I filmed for years, so yeah. And then
there's a stack behind that. It's two rows.
Oh yeah, you put in some work. Yeah. But yeah, I when everything kind of switched to HD, like my job was I was a brand manager at the time, so I was like kind of like
for who?
for Enjoy.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
at the time, like I wasn't like the main filmer. I would hire filmers. Like,
Yeah.
so I always had awesome.
And when was that? Like what years?
Dude, I don't know.
You don't know. It was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah. My frame of timeline, like I don't even bother.
But man, you were a brand manager for Enjoy?
Yeah.
How did you land that job?
So probably from filming. So I started like I in San Jose, like my buddy Chris was the filmer, like, and he didn't like to film everybody. He filmed his crew, like his little couple guys, and that's what he was comfortable with doing.
Mm-hmm.
But we would all go skating, and I would see people ripping, and Chris not pointing the camera at him, and I'd be like, "Yo, well, like, film it." Like, and he kind of like he was shy.
Yeah.
And so was I, but I didn't, I was like, dude, somebody needs to capture this. Somebody needs to. So I saved up. I bought a refurbished VX from one of the kids that I knew. His mom worked at Sony, so I went through her and got it for cheaper, and then had to save for a lens. And then one of the shops that I hung out at like helped me get a lens, and they were like, "We want you to make a video," because I got it all, and then I started filming people and yeah, it was San Jose was kind of popping. There was tons of rippers, and so it was kind of easy.
Still are.
Yeah, so it was easy to go out and get footage, and I was hanging tough at NC Board Shop, and they were like, we want to help you make a video. We want to help. They wanted to invest in the scene.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I kind of got Chris involved, and then we made the video that was called Tilt Mode. And then that kind of turned into the crew of Tilt Mode Army.
Right on.
And then we made another video, which was Man Down. And
you helped film that? You made that?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was all.
It's a dope video.
Thanks. That was fun times. It was just homies going out skating, and
so you got to just roll around with that whole crew.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. That was easy. It was all San Jose, so I lived in San Jose at the time. So, yeah, I lived at a skate house during part of that with Mark Johnson, Louis Barletta, Jerry Sue, Chris Avery, who was the other filmer.
Jesus.
Couple people in and out. But
to name a few.
Well, I mean, that was just the
So
way it was.
crazy.
Yeah, those were the homies. And Mark left. He was like, he rode for A-Team at the time, and he's like, this company blows. And we all, But he was like, he was super charismatic, funny guy. And he was like, I like what we're doing here. Like, this is fun. This is skateboarding. I want to inject that into a brand. And that's how he created Enjoi.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to base it off of this. And so he created Enjoi. And at the time, like, we were partying a lot. And he moved down to Orange County to work at Dwindle to do that. I think he was having his kid, Avery Johnson. He got someone pregnant, a woman.
Hopefully it was a woman.
Yeah, it was a woman, definitely. Beautiful girl, beautiful woman named Raquel. He got her pregnant and then moved down there to be a dad and start this brand. And I was in San Jose just kind of floating, like kind of a drunken mess. And I was just like, hey, I want to help you with this thing. He's like, yeah, come down. So I moved down and lived with him down in Orange County and laid out the first Enjoi catalog. And then I was like, I fucking hate it here. So everyone, Vans Park and Milpitas opened up and all my friends were skating that. And so I was like, I'm moving back. So I quit and I went and moved back to San Jose. And that's when Man Down happened. And the way that happened was my buddy Dan Nazaretta was working at Thrasher. He was the video guy making, their videos.
Yeah.
The video guy making videos. Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, they do that. But he's been hitting me up for a while, like, hey, I want you to come and work here. I want you to come. And I'll just be like, yeah, whatever. But eventually, like, I was like, shit, I need to pay for my rent. Like, so I talked to him and he was just like, yeah, come in. So I worked out a deal with Thrasher because he was going to be an EMT. He's like, I need somebody to come in and take over my job so I can go and be an EMT. And I was like, that's commendable. Cool. Yeah. So I went in there and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I was like, hey, let me figure out, like I weaseled it kind of. I'm like, let me use your equipment to make my video. It'll help me understand how to make your video. So I can, so they were like, yeah, cool. So
that's
I went,
a good hustle.
Yeah. Me and Chris would go in there after they closed to High Speed in Hunters Point. And work on our video. It was crazy because we would leave at like 3 or 4 in the morning. That place is sketchy. So we would have to call.
Most places are sketchy at 3 o'clock in the morning.
In the Hunters Point,
Yeah.
like, so we would leave the office. The car would be parked in a gated parking lot. So we'd have to get out, open the gate, pull the car out, close the gate, and then get back. And there would be people in the bushes right there. So we would be like, it was just me and Chris at 4 in the morning. Like, so we'd have to call, I think it was Mickey Ray's brother was a security guard for the area. So he'd come and like help us leave. Dude, it was scary to leave there. But yeah, so we did that for a long time. And then we made Man Down, pushed that out the door. And then I dove right into editing Dan's last project, which was Go for Broke. That was a Thrasher video. Yeah. And then I started, after that one was done, I started Jaded. And then, yeah, so Jaded was the project that I worked on start to finish. And then me and Jake didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. So I bounced. And then MJ wanted to hire me back to be a filmer. So it was, Chris was doing a lot of stuff, but he's like, oh, I want another guy. Like, I want you to be involved. And so I started doing videography, going on some trips there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like, they were all friends anyways. And then Mark was like, I need to quit. I can't do this anymore. And so I talked to him a lot about, about what was going on. And he just had to leave. And it was like, what about it? What about this? Like, what? And he's just like, I want you to take it over. And I was like, I don't know. This is yours. I don't want it. So, yeah. So he kind of like, when he quit Dwindle, like I think they like kind of burned him on some, it was like selling it to Globe or whatever. He had ownership, but then they had to take it away or I don't know. It was some pretty bad thing, but it was like, our homies are here. What do we do? So I talked to all the riders about what they wanted to do and started helping them make sponsor me tapes to ride for other, like crazy, like making for these dudes. But eventually, like, we just kind of figured out that we were going to stay. And like, so I went in there with me and Louie flew down to Dwindle to have a meeting with them to figure out what we were going to do. Mm-hmm. Dude, this is okay. So we flew down, we get it. Louie and I lived together at the time, and we hop on the bus to the airport, go straight to the bar, start drinking at like, I don't know, early morning.
Reasonable.
Yeah. And then we get to LA, the CEO dude picks us up and he's like, "What, you guys need anything?" We're like, "Yeah, get us a 12-pack, whatever." Stops at the store, he gets
of course he obliges. Sure.
Yeah, he gets an 18-pack. Well, this is nothing to them that back then, like Dwindle or World at the time, like much dirt happening.
Whatever, fine.
Yeah, so much
That's all you need?
ancestral dirt, disgust. Like, it was awesome. But yeah, so we went down there and like the girl that worked the front desk was a homie, and she's just like, "Oh, hey guys," hugs, and then she just like, "Here you go," and gives us like a couple pills, and we're just like, pop them in our mouth, like,
take them. What are those?
Painkillers of some kind, like whatever. So we go into this meeting, like completely loaded already, and they're just basically like, okay, so, because I was like, I'm not doing this by myself. Louie's coming with me, so like, we're going to do this together if we're going to talk about it. So we went in there and we're going to be like, we're talking about taking over this brand, and at the time I would imagine it was like $1 million brand-ish, which is small, but like, it's something.
Nothing to laugh about.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
And because Mark ran it for like 2 years, maybe, like, so it didn't grow very much, and like, it wasn't huge. Like, they had other brands that were bigger, so it was like kind of small potatoes for Dwindle, and they were like, "Dude, these dudes are a fucking mess." But we were just like, "Yeah, like, we're gonna do it sick, bro, like, whatever," just talking out of our asses. And like, I leave, like, I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like, during the middle of the meeting, I get out of here. I'm like, I gotta go. I don't feel good. Like, I'm like too fucked up. So I leave. Yeah. And Louie's in the hallway pissing in a bush, like a fake tree bush.
Fantastic.
And I'm just like, yeah, like,
this is skateboarding.
I go, I think somebody was like, "Oh, look, it's Chad," and some of our homies from San Jose were outside in the parking lot. So I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go." I run down, say hi to them, and then I just ended up falling asleep on the couch in the lobby. And then my Chad wakes me up. He's like, "Hey, man, they're looking for you." And I was just like, "Okay." So I ran back upstairs, and and finished the meeting.
They're like, where did you go? We've all been sitting here waiting for you.
Like, I'm like, I didn't care. Like,
we finished our lunch an hour ago. We've been waiting.
Yeah, it was a mess. Like, so anyways, eventually the boss guy takes us back to the airport, and then we just continue, go to the bar, and then we got home and went to the bar, and we did a lot of bar then. But yeah, I think the last thing I said to them is like, I don't really care. I don't really want to run this thing, but if we did it, it'd be cool. Like, we would do it good. So just keep that in mind.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Let's hire that guy.
Yeah, totally. And the CEO was like, hell no, fuck these guys.
I don't really want to do this, but if I did it, I'll do it good.
Yeah, some bullshit like that, like 6 selling point.
Yeah.
But he talked.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah. So he ended up talking to Mark, and he was like, these guys aren't going to work out. And then Mark's like, that's your only option. Like, these are the only. This thing was based on what they were doing, what these tilt mode guys are doing. So
yeah.
And I had the know-how of, like, I knew how to draw on the computer. I knew how to do, like, I think I did a board graphic for a shot for NC at the time or something, but I didn't have a lot of experience with skateboarding stuff. I did I drew a dragon for a watch that ended up on a G-Shock watch for Steve Caballero, which I was super hyped. But that's all the experience I really had in that. But I had knowledge of digital art. So... And I knew videography, I knew skateboarding, and I knew the skateboards. I knew how to work with, like, so yeah. Mark was like, you got to hire him.
Yeah.
And so they hired me.
Damn. CEO was like, fucking God.
Yeah. But he was super cool. He understood that we were just like some
it's skateboarding.
Skateboarders.
Skateboarding.
Like, but he was just like, all right. So he hired us. They didn't really take us very seriously. Like, I think the first runs of boards that we did, like, they didn't even order them all. Like, because I remember going in the warehouse, I'm like, where's all the enjoi stuff? And they were like, like,
yeah.
I'm like, did you even make it? And they're like, some of it.
So
they didn't take it seriously, which was fucking great because they gave us a budget, they paid us, and it was just like, go do whatever you want. Like, we'd have to do like a demo here and
almost
there.
Sounds like they're like, we're doing this for Mark.
Well, it was because they were invested in it, so they were like,
yeah. Mark said we had to do it this way, so.
And these guys, they had, like. It was Jerry Sue and Louis Barletta, and we brought in Caswell Berry.
Yeah.
So it was like
stacked.
Yeah, it was Bobby Puglia. Like, there was good, amazing dudes on the team.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, let's.
You guys had good boards too.
I thought they sucked.
I got one. Well, actually, that's not a good selling point for how good they were because I've got a Louis Barletta in this stack that's broken with like none of the graphic gone because I like hooked it up, did like a couple of nose slides, and then like started skating a stair set and snapped it.
Yeah, I broke them riding off curbs before. Like, no joke. I did a 50-50. Like, I didn't skate. Like, there's a ledge across the gap that people destroyed. I got on to do a frontside 50-50, just farting around, grinded, went onto the, didn't keep grinding and rode onto it, and then rode off and the tail snapped. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, so I had a problem, but that's where our home was. Like, that's where we were. So I didn't like Dwindle very much. Like, it was kind of nutty for me, but yeah, there was like CEOs snorting shit up their nose. And like, I had problems. Like, it was just a fight there the whole time. Like, just to try and do it the way we wanted to do it. Like,
well, Dwindle's, they're still in the game.
Yeah,
they're still doing good. We order my shop orders from them all the time.
Yeah, there's I think
Blinds.
They're owned by Sector 9 or something.
Blinds coming back hard. They're like trying to make a super hard comeback.
Cool.
But
that was always my
cool.
like, my fight is like, I didn't want enjoi to become blind.
Yeah.
And that was blind was kind of their formula. Like, blind was sick. Like, I loved Ronnie Krager and James Craig, like that era. Like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
But when they just like would willy-nilly let those guys, like, we don't need Ronnie Krager. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you not need Ronnie Krager?
Yeah. He should have been a lifer. He should have been a lifer.
Yeah. Just build the brand around him.
Yeah.
And so I always had problems with their decisions, and it was their company. Like, so they got to.
Isn't that the worst when you like are entrusted to build something, and then they're like, I don't like what you're doing, I'm gonna take it away.
Well, it wasn't that they didn't like what we were doing because it was making them money. They just they liked what we were doing and wanted to embellish on it and do what they wanted to do with it.
That's what I mean. Where it's like they entrust you to build the brand, but then are like, I need to add my own I need to do something too.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
instead
like,
of,
all right, we need to whore this shit out and
Yeah.
make billions.
Yeah.
Like, well, none of us want to do that. We just want to keep skating and making stuff we like. And it's a success. Like, because it's doing stuff, we just want to keep doing that. No. We need a whole backpack program. We need to be like Element.
yeah.
Like, I heard that. I actually got an email that said that one time from one of the.
Need to be more like,
Yeah, I was like, oh, I quit. I quit over that one.
Yeah,
I've quit a couple times.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But anyways, videography got me into, and the knowledge of digital media like got me into that position of being the brand manager at Enjoy.
Well, that's super rad. And then to go through all of that and take those lessons learned and start your own and kind of do your own thing.
Yeah. Well, it's a totally different venture. There's like not a team of pros that I need to get around and dazzle people with.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause you're just starting. I mean, how long have you been doing? How long has the website been live for?
That's a good question. I think I asked Ryan that the other day and forgot what he said. 2 years?
I was going to say about 2 years, because I remember coming across you maybe 2.5-ish years or so ago, like right when we kind of near the end of our first run that we were doing. You started kind of commenting and poking your nose around our social media.
Yeah.
That's how
I remember I saw it and I was like, dang, they got good production. Good production guy.
Good production guy, yeah. Well, and then our original setup, I know I've talked about it before, but our original setup was, like Rogan style, where it had like the multi-cams that were switching back and forth. And then all my cameras got stolen.
Oof.
And
I hate when that happens.
I was like, I'm just buying a GoPro and saying whatever. Well, and the production itself, it was just the editing was taking so long because we weren't live switching.
Yeah.
I was editing I had 3 cameras and audio, and then I'd edit them and switch and
that's a lot.
Do that myself.
It's a lot.
And then take that and cut it up and make promos, and so it was like
I'm working on the live switching thing.
Yeah, we've been discussing how to do that.
Yeah, you could put a GoPro right here and one on yours, so you.
Yeah, well, I mean, so that he can have the ability to just edit for me, right? That way it's all just one prepackaged piece, and then we could even just go straight to YouTube live, boom, live switch, 100% live.
Dude, I dig it.
And then I can hit
cool.
just upload, and I don't have to like do any editing or anything. Like that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because that was a factor in why we took a break. It's just because it was taking up too much of my time. And it's like, I got so much.
It's not easy.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to run multiple businesses, have a family, and we had my kid was barely born. My second kid was barely born, so it was like hell dealing with that, and just like
kids take up so much. They're so needy.
Yeah.
Kids are so needy.
Yeah. It was too much. So I said, fuck it. Let's figure out a way to make it as easy as possible on the back end. So that way I'm not like dreading, because I was like, oh man, if I book a podcast, that's an entire day of work after that I've got to do, and like a half a day wasted, like, blocked out actually recording the thing.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, damn it, that's a day and a half out of that week now that I can't make any money.
Money's kind of important.
Which, brings up the next point. We've also been discussing how to get a platform, like a website platform, so we can have some kind of donation system so that people could donate to the show.
Yeah.
Maybe keep us going.
I think I got $1 in my pocket.
Maybe give us a sponsor. You want to be our first podcast sponsor?
I got $1, I think. I think I found a 20 yesterday too. I was super pumped.
That's the other thing too, is we
first donation.
Oh, look at that. We're gonna put it on the wall.
It's all.
You got to sign it.
All right. I contributed.
You got to sign it, and we'll put our first $1 earned. This is our first $1 earned on the show. That's right. Cold hard cash right there.
I might need to ask for it back to get a drink later, but
I'll give you a drink. Well, I'll give you another $1 because this we've already earned this $1.
Yeah, that one's important.
We got to put that up there. But yeah, we've also we're starting to maybe look for some sponsors that might want to help out with the show a little bit, so we can do a little more.
Get that energy drink money.
Yeah, I mean, if we if we're getting paid to be here, then we can do more.
Totally.
You know, because that's why we do
I know
it,
how
so,
that
you know.
works.
Yeah.
I mean, you do something and no one's paying you. You're just paying for it yourself, and you can't make money.
I'm losing money right
Yeah,
now.
you're losing money, and then it's hard to do.
Hey, hear that, people? We're losing money for you. For
Yeah.
you.
But then if you have sponsors that are paying you to do that, you can focus and make it better.
Exactly, and we can have like guest incentives, so we can get bigger and more guests on. We can do more episodes.
Bigger?
We can
I'm not big enough.
Oh, you're huge, dude. You're huge.
I'm working on getting bigger.
You're in fact way bigger than I even imagined. Because I thought we were just going to be talking about.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I thought we were just going to be talking about the website, and then right off the gate, you had me salivating when you were like, one of many projects that I do. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah,
so we got more projects to talk about.
I got projects.
And I almost purposely didn't ask too many questions about you.
Yeah.
Before when we first made contact. I've been trying to do that so that we, I have.
You didn't read my Wikipedia page?
No, I did, and I, lurked all your social media and stuff, so.
Do I have a Wikipedia page?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I wrote one for you.
Oh, good.
I wrote one for you. I made a bunch of stuff up.
I would love to.
It's pretty fantastic.
I'm excited to read that.
I'm gonna have to change it now though, because now I know all this like legit stuff about you. Maybe you should have a Wikipedia page. Well, you are a filmer for some pretty famous videos, producer, filmer.
Back in the day when I lived in those skate houses, I contributed to a lot of videos.
I mean, you do have you've got some accolades, so you technically
is that a car? What is that? What's an accolade?
I mean, you definitely could have a bullet point list on a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, that's probably too much work for me to do, but.
Oh no, you can't do it. You're not supposed to do Wikipedia yourself, are you?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how Wikipedia works? You're not supposed to do it yourself. Cameron has a Wikipedia page.
Did you do it yourself?
I had no idea.
I want a WikiLeaks page. Can I get that?
Well, you're not supposed to be on that, I don't think.
I have to do something really crazy.
Yeah, I think that's bad. I think if your name's on that, that's like, you might want to go into hiding. We can blur your face out.
All right, let's do it.
Can you alter his voice, Cameron? Can you like change his voice?
I've done some stuff. I've done some stuff that I can't tell people about. So
I can do that in post. Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, what else do we have? What else do we got? I know you got some other stuff under your sleeve. What else have you done?
Yeah. Well, lately I just so I've moved from San Jose. I have a family, and San Jose got too crazy for me, and I moved up to the mountains up past Sacramento. So
How long have you been up there?
5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah. So I left all of that. And when I moved, I was just like, oh, I guess I'm going to skate by myself unless I want to drive down to Sac, because I knew I have friends in Sacramento. But I moved to where I didn't know anybody, and I seriously was like, oh, I'll probably find a curb. I'll be solo skater for the rest of my life. That's what I thought.
No.
And then when I got up there, I made some phone calls. I called. I text my buddy Todd that I haven't talked to in years, because I knew he lived in the Sacramento area, and I was just like, hey,
I think I know Todd
Freya. Yeah, he's a homie. I met him probably like when I was 15. He was like Tim Brosh's best friend, and skate. So I knew him from like being a little guy, so. But he moved away a long time ago, but I knew he was in Sac. So I would come up, when I would come up to Sac, I'd see him, partying at some skate event or whatever.
He'd come into Epic. Yeah. That's how I knew him.
Yeah. He rips. He still rips.
Oh yeah.
So he was one of the guys that I hit up. I'm just like, hey, I moved up to the, Sac area, seen where you're at. Are you still in Sac? And he's like, no, I don't live in Sac anymore. I was like, oh, bummer.
He's up north, right?
He's like, I live in Auburn.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I live near Auburn.
Huge skate scene.
I was like, what's up? Send me your address. He sent me his address. I'm like, it says mapped it 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So we reconnected.
Sick.
And we built a ramp at his house.
You helped him build that ramp?
Well, I mean, I helped some.
Dude, I want to.
It was a big posse of doing stuff.
I want to fucking skate that ramp so bad.
They're tearing it down as we speak right now.
Oh, damn it.
But they're moving it. Todd bought a house, so he's moving maybe another 10, 20 minutes away, so not far.
It looks so cool.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So in the last couple of years, it's been that ramp and those curbs that James did the front board on. Like, those are my
Those are good spots.
Yeah, that's all I really want to skate.
That's what's up.
They're fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go skate other stuff, but when it's me time,
Yeah.
when it's me time, I go to those curbs.
How often do you skate?
Usually like twice a week.
Really?
Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but usually I'm riddled with back problems, so that interferes with it. I have a family, like trying to find work. It's always, it's always something that, house stuff. It's always stuff that gets in the way, but I try, so Todd's has been pretty much every Tuesday. Todder's Tuesday. So we would, have a session there, and it's grown. Like the last couple sessions were nuts. There were tons of people from all over.
I got invited to one, and I was actually busy that night, and then I never got invited to another one.
Well, when we get it built,
I was so bummed.
I will officially invite you. Do I have that power, Todd? I think I do.
Hopefully.
I think I do.
Hopefully.
I mean, I've brought people and didn't tell them.
Come on, Todd. I've hooked you up at Epic before.
Yeah. No, Todd's very welcoming. Like he what he does is incredible. He has ramp in his backyard. He's got a tarp over it, so it's a cable going over the top, so you could skate it in the winter. His his wife has to allow that. Like so, she's very nice to allow us. They got how many kids do they got? Like 50. They got a lot of kids. just kidding. But there's just like kids running around. There's skaters running around. It's fun. It's fun. They're very open. So now they're buying their own house. We're gonna move the ramp over there.
Sick.
Like I said, I'm supposed to be tearing it down right now.
I'm sorry, Todd. I know in the beginning I was happy about it, but I apologize.
Yeah.
I changed myself.
I'm going straight there to help.
Okay.
After this.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna move it and then eventually, reconstruct it and make it. We will rebuild it.
Sick. That's cool.
So that alone was, like I was like, oh my God, I got friends that skate. And then he introduced me to his best friend, Biebel.
Yeah.
Eric
Biebelheimer. Have you skated their bowl?
Yeah.
Oh,
of
man.
course.
Again, another bowl I have yet to visit.
It's incredible going over there. There's like,
again, I've been invited one time.
Oh,
and I was busy, and then I never got the fucking invite again.
They do Thursday night sessions. Damn it! Like, yeah, it's been kind of like off and on, I think, during COVID.
But I'm a little reluctant to go out there. I mean, I'd like to go out there and film, but I probably won't skate it.
Oh, it's a gnarly bowl.
Yeah, I don't skate stuff with pool coping very well.
Yeah,
I
go in there, I skate a little bit, I do a couple slash grinds, whatever. Maybe try something, and then I get hurt, and then I get out, and then I hop in the hot tub.
Yeah, I'd rather not get hurt. I'll just film. Take some pictures.
Yeah, I've filmed some stuff there. Yeah, but that family is another incredible. Like they're so invited. They open their home up to anybody that wants to come and skate.
I know they're definitely cool. I know them from Power In and Epic. I'm familiar with them, so I know like they're super rad. I just just haven't ever. I usually see the Instagram post the day after.
Yeah, full skate family. So, Biebelheimer rips.
Yeah,
Drea
he's got a son that skates too, right?
Yeah, his stepson, Drea, she skates. His wife, Eric's wife. Their son, God damn it, Miles. He's the homie. He's Miles Blackman.
Yes,
he rides for Blood Wizard.
Yeah,
and in the last, I don't know, like. In the last year, I guess, but it seems like the last month, he just, what's up? went from, hey guys, to, what's up? Watch this. Like, and
got his man legs.
Dude, he's so good now. He's super powerful. Like he can, when he'll come to the mini ramp, to put on a little demo for us of how to get off of the ramp, like how to fly in the air, stale fish, and we're just like, holy shit. And then he'll be like, later guys. Like he rips. Like that family's awesome. Drea does, she's part of
Skate
MD, which they help
that's
kids
amazing.
in needs. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So moving up here and meeting all these people that have like this they're skateboarding here. I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah. I asked Eric to be on.
What
he was like, nah, I don't do that.
He's a little
I was like,
he's a little closed mouth.
I figured. I mean, because I've chatted with him a few times, but he seems pretty quiet.
I'm gonna push for him. I'm gonna push for
him. But I'm like, okay,
if
if you don't want to come on, maybe your wife and her partner can come on.
Yeah,
because to talk about
Melanie,
to talk about Skate MD.
Oh, they would be awesome to have on here.
Yeah,
they got an interesting take on things, and we gotta get. I'm trying to get. I always push Drea to get some grinds in wherever. I'm like, I want to see you grind. Like, she rips.
Yeah, I remember seeing them at Power In before they got married. I would see them, and then they all of a sudden they were like coming into Epic together.
All right, so
like, hey, that's cool.
You need to either get Eric on here.
He said he won't.
Dre,
Like,
we'll push him for him.
push him. Talk to him.
Or
Come on,
Dre,
Eric.
Or Miles.
All of them. Let's
All
do
of
it.
them. Do a family episode.
Let's do it. We need content. So, and
Yeah.
people want to hear. So each one of them have to come on.
Yeah. So that would be a good, yeah. But yeah, like moving up here and just experience, like, dude, there's skateboarding here. There's skateboarding
Yes.
here. So like
Skateboarding everywhere, dude.
Yeah, I
And
really, I don't know what I was thinking when I thought
You
that
could
it
go-
wouldn't exist up.
You could go anywhere, even if you don't speak the language. And if you have a skateboard, you're going to make friends.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I live in a town with one street light, so I was kind of
dude, okay, so I went when I went away to college in a very little town in southeastern Tennessee. Very, very small.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Tennessee. And the only thing that was there was the university. It was the only thing that was there.
I've been to towns like that. Super weird.
And I was sitting in my dorm room one night, and there was, nobody skated that I saw. I didn't meet any other skaters for like multiple weeks that I was there. And I was sitting in my dorm room one night on my computer, had my skateboard leaned up against my desk and my door open. And it was a dorm room that was like a hallway with a bunch of rooms and a shared bathroom. And I'm like sitting there one night, I'm on my computer, and I see this guy who he was younger, and I could tell you maybe a student, but he was like the janitor. Like he was like working on campus for his, and he'd like walk by with a bag of trash, and then he'd walk back this way, and then he walked back again, and then again. And then the fifth or sixth time he walked by, I was like, hey bro, can I help you? Because every time he walked by, I see him like looking in my room, and I'm like, what's up, dude? Can I help you? And he comes in and he like didn't speak hardly any English. And he's like, pointing at my skateboard. He's like, you skate? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, I skate.
Yes.
And it turned out he was from Barcelona, and he was
wow.
he just like happened to find this place and ended up going to school here, and like hardly didn't speak a ton of English, but was like fucking ripped. Like we went out, was like, yeah, let's go skate, dude. So we went out and skated. Didn't hardly have any conversation because he like couldn't really talk to me, but was fucking raw as shit. Was like, oh my God, this guy's so good. His English got better, and then he ended up after college, he ended up coming out to California and stayed with me for for like 2 weeks.
Oh, awesome.
And I took him to like SF and LA, and he was just like looking at it, like at the time he was like, oh, this spot's Skate 3, this spot is Skate 3. Oh, it's great. Just like looking at it, like ended up meeting a couple of pros and shit. It was just like, but skateboarding.
Yeah.
All because he saw a skateboard and was like, oh, that guy speaks my language.
Yeah.
Boom.
Was he a tech wizard, like a block guy? Or
No.
did he skate everything? Like,
No, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Like we were literally like the first night we skated, we went to like these butter benches, and he was just doing like front crooks pop out, it's like, just, no problem. And then we went to like a loading dock, and he was like doing tray flips off it and shit. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Okay. Holy shit, dude. You're like fucking good. Like,
Yeah. I asked because I've been to Barcelona a bunch of times, and like there's like the average skater is a block technician.
Dude, he's fucking, we didn't skate anything huge because it was a small town. So we had like very minimal spots to skate.
Yeah.
But what we did skate, he just like rolled right up and started shredding. I was like,
That's awesome.
okay.
You remember his name?
God, his name's fucking, it was so long ago. What was his name? You put me on the spot.
Yeah, no worries.
I forgot his name.
You
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
I don't remember his last
Hi,
name.
Eduardo.
But Eduardo. Yeah, if you for some reason, if you're listening, what's up, buddy? Hit me up. I like lost his number somehow. I forget how we lost contact, but I was like, that'd have been a cool contact to keep. Have a spot in Barcelona.
Oh, dude.
What's up, man?
Barcelona's incredible.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've been to a
You should
few
go.
spots in Europe, but not Spain.
It's such a skateboard epicenter.
So here it's a mecca.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely I would like to go, not just for the skateboarding, but there's,
Oh yeah, just
Spain in general, I'd like to go.
it's beautiful there. I think about it sometimes. I'm just like, I wonder what the scene's like now. Like, because I experienced it so long ago. I'm like, I wonder if it's similar. And then I look on
Way
Instagram,
bigger, yeah.
and like everyone's just destroying MacBo, like just in.
On a daily for 4 Instagram clips.
Yeah, but it was like seriously like walking around or skating around there. You're like, you skate by a marble bench, and you're like, if that was back home, that's all we would skate.
Yeah.
But you just skate right by it,
Yeah.
like
like, oh no, that's not the. We're going to the
that's
good.
not the
We're
spot.
going to the good ones.
Yeah, that one has a like a little crack in it. Like, so we're gonna go. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, Barcelona's amazing. It was such a it's such a great place for skateboarders to live. I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but I imagine
I'm sure it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Doesn't from the social media, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, you skate everywhere. You could skate. You skate by it. You get a bocadillo. Like you grab a beer on the way. You could drink it in the street. Like, and then you skate. Like you skate the most incredible spot.
It's humid there though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I've been to Italy, and that humidity was just like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I think I take heat better than most people that I know, because I don't take cold very well. Yeah. So I could always handle that. But when people would complain about the heat or humidity, I'd just be like, but I'm the first to complain when it gets, like a little chilly.
Oh, I can't handle the heat. I'm like super prone to heat stroke, and I fucking hate the heat.
Got to stay hydrated.
And I live in the best town for that.
Yeah.
I live in the greatest town for heat. Like, if you want to avoid the heat, come to Sacramento.
Yeah. Like I go to the Beeble Bowl sometimes, or Todd's Ramp, and like in midwinter, and there's people shredding. I'm just like, I'm going back home.
I don't mind the cold. I'll throw a hoodie and some jeans on. I would rather do that. And so I like skating in gloves. So like I like
it. Like,
yeah, I just like the winter. I like being able to put things on. Yeah.
I like putting things on because I don't want to be cold.
So what do you do these days besides like for your job? Do you have like a regular job? You just like
I've been helping Omar Salazar out with Doomsayers, doing some digital media graphic production, whatever.
I would love to have him on.
Oh, he's
fucking
awesome.
Sacramento legend.
Yeah, he is a Sacramento legend for sure.
One of my buddies was working with him. So do you know Dylan Bonnell? Are you familiar with him? He was a filmer that was working with Omar for a little bit.
I think I've heard the name.
I think the first Doomsayers video he helped do, I think.
Yeah, he's at that company's had a lot of, like a lot of ups and downs, but they're getting things going. They just moved to the warehouse down to LA, and
sick.
Yeah, it was up at Boulevard for a while. Yeah, they just moved it down to LA. They're
Making moves,
yeah.
Right on.
I'm rooting for them.
So does he live in LA now?
Yeah. He's done a lot of acting stuff, and I think.
Well, he's a handsome fellow.
He
should be.
I just saw that he had a clip in some movie that he just put on his gram, and I was like,
sick.
Whoa, dude, he's good at it.
No, I mean, yeah, and he is a very marketable dude. So
yeah,
he should be. While the time is now for him to do that.
Yeah, but he's always he's all over the place. Like he's trying to make Doomsayers what he wants it to be, and then running around trying to do acting.
It's a fucking tough road.
Oh yeah,
especially in skateboarding.
Yeah, especially with all the crazy COVID stuff happening, the supply chain like hitting a wall, and it's still not what it was. No. I don't know if it will be anytime soon either.
I just a little back end industry knowledge for some of you people. The shop that I'm a part of, Sac Ramp, we can't even get an account with some of the big end, high end distributors. Some of like the most well known distributors, like literally won't even call us back.
Yeah,
we talked to them one time, and then I have a end in another shop, Orbit. They've been
San Leandro.
Yeah, they've been around for 30 years, 25 plus years.
That's really commendable.
Yeah, and so he tells me, like, because he's obviously got the reps' cell phone numbers and shit, and so he's like, yeah, they're like not even taking new accounts. Yeah. It's like I called him and told him to like, hey, can you hook my friend up with an account? And they're like, we can't even open. Like, not only can I not fill an order, but I can't even open an account. Like, you can't even, no, I don't even want your name yet. I was just like, damn, it's like that. So we've been having to fill, Sac Ramp's been having to fill the shelves with literally like
whatever you can,
whatever we can get. So Dwindle's actually been pretty good to us, sending us we have a fair amount of blind and, other shit there that we're thankful. It's like, dude, thank you. Like,
and people want it?
Yeah, we're selling, dude, it's crazy. We're selling, for me, being a kid of the 90s, I remember blind kind of going from brand to like almost Target brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were almost on the cusp of being like pre-made completes in cardboard boxes at Walmart. In my mind, you know what I mean?
I think they did.
Like, I don't know if I was a kid then, so I don't know how accurate my knowledge is.
A lot of their brands did.
I just remember in my group being like, if you had a blind board, it was like, oh, did your mom buy that for you? Is that kind of cheap? You know what I mean? Like you didn't really want that. And then them almost semi disappearing for a little bit, and then now they're making, in my opinion, a strong resurgence. You know, I mean, TJ Rogers is really fucking throwing it down for them, and amongst other, you know, they got Sewa too, right?
I don't know.
Well, they got a couple. They got some rippers that Sewa Croak. I don't even know how to say his last name. The fucking tech wizard. But yeah, their graphics are still a little, you know, cartoony.
Yeah, they're rerunning all the.
Yeah.
You know that was based off of Tweety Bird?
Was it?
The Blind Reaper?
Really?
Sure, they just put Tweety Bird down and then made it a skull and.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
it sells.
cute.
It sells. And in our shop, we sell a shitload of everything. But I don't know if that's a testament to blind or if it's a testament to there's literally nothing available. So people are coming in and being like, I need a board.
Yeah, whatever you put on the shelf,
I'll buy
they're
it,
selling.
You know, but we've been thankful to Dwindle because they've been pretty good to us.
Cool.
Among a few other distributors, but yeah, so we're getting what we can, and when the other distributors open up, hopefully, you know, we'll be able to get in with the big names.
Get those brands that sell themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have those, but a lot of stuff, you know, we're having to go to like those like surplus distributors that you can get like Real and Anti-Hero and everything from, but it's not deluxe.
And then you could get some brand that you've never heard of.
Yeah, and then it comes with some other brand that you're like, all right, whatever, you know. So we have some generic stuff, but then we also, you know, we're stocked with good brands. We've definitely got all the correct stuff.
Was it weird for a while, like when it was first? Because my Jason that does Skateworks, he's like, I have brands that I haven't heard of since the 80s, like
coming back, yeah.
Like that. That's all they could get, and that's
Yeah.
what they. He said that they were selling completes like with big cruiser wheels, which usually like, but that's all they had, and that's what they were like. We'll take it.
Yep.
We'll take it.
Yep. We
I think he said that they were selling tracker trucks and Destructos. I was like, I haven't heard of those.
Bro,
Wow.
we stocked our shelves with straight up generic wheels. No print, and sold out.
Yeah.
Twice. Like, what? We bought generic trucks, like, called fucking Lightspeed.
Oh, those are good. I'm sponsored by Lightspeed.
Sold out.
Well, I'm trying to get sponsored by
sick,
Lightspeed.
Sick. We sold out. Like, these are like $10 trucks. And we sold out. Like, okay.
Are they good?
I don't know. I didn't fucking ride them, but we sold out.
Yeah.
And
I see shops have shop trucks now. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people out there that are trying to make money off skateboarding. So there is product available, whether it be the product that you want, might not be. I mean, we're still having a hell of a time even getting any bones. Bones is like, we're filling orders for people who've been with us. Yeah. So we'll get to you when we can.
Yeah, I know.
Like, shit, okay,
talking to Vince that does the sales for Doomsayers, he's like, he was trying to like, shops would be like, we'll take everything you have.
Yeah, what do you have? We'll take it.
And he's like, oh, I'll sell you 10 boards.
Yeah, I mean,
like trying to spread it out.
Even the surplus distributors were like, hey, we got independents in stock, but limited 2 per size.
Oh, wow.
So we're like, you can order independents, but you can only get 2 149s. You can only get 2.
It's been really weird for like I talked to a lot of brands through Cellar Door. I talked to, you know, like dealing with Omar and Vince at Doomsayers, and then
it's crazy.
Friends that I know are doing. It's like it's nuts out there.
I mean, Orbit, he's got like a back stock that, you know, he's kind of a board collector too, so he'll buy runs of boards and just hold on to them, and he's like running low on stock, so he's like pulling stuff out of stock, which is where like that board came from, the Carl Watson up there, the LRG Organica collab. Sick. I just bought that recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He put it up on the wall, and I was like, as soon as I walked in, I was like,
oh, wow.
Like, no.
Wow.
This is mine. Don't put no, because he's filling his shop with whatever he's already bought those boards, so he's like, I'm just putting them on the wall for sale now, because he's got to have product out, you know. So he's like pulling from his back stock. Like,
well, he should put some of those on Cellar Door and sell them for a little bit more.
I'll hit him. I'll let him know. I'm going there next week. I'll let him know.
We did a thing like when COVID started. We reached out we put it out there for shops, like get on our platform. Like, because a lot of shops don't have e-com, so we were like, get on our platform for free while things are.
Orbit kind of they don't sell anything online.
Yeah,
they have such a high traffic, foot traffic.
Yeah,
I mean their door is never closed. It's like when I'm in there, it's like. People,
yeah, but everything was closed when we were doing that offer. Like nothing was open. So we were like, we don't want shops to go out of business.
Yeah.
If we can help you slang some boards, Skateworks took advantage of it and sold a bunch of gift certificates. Gift certificates because people wanted to, they wanted them to be around.
Yeah,
So
that's
and then
cool.
they slanged some T-shirts and some boards and stuff, and like that helped them. There was a couple other shops that got involved, but it really like it didn't. Like I think people just didn't know what to do. We just wanted to offer something, and some shops took advantage of it. But yeah, it was really weird, like not being able to open your store. How do you stay in business?
Money,
But yeah, and then shops opened up and everything's just flying off the shelves. So if you could get product, you're doing good.
Yeah.
But that's the question: can you get product?
We can, but like I said, is it the product?
Yeah, it's
brand
kind
that
of
we
weird,
want.
right? Yeah. But hey, people are skateboarding.
Yeah, that's
You're not going to stop that.
Fucking more than ever right now, actually, because that's like the only thing open. It's the skate park.
Yeah.
Everything else is closed or taped off, but the skateboarders are like, you're not closing our skate parks. Like, fuck you. I know you probably saw the images of that Venice when they poured all the sand in it, and the dudes just
I thought that was incredible.
They just swept a path so they could skate through. If you haven't seen that image, it's so iconic. It's like a drone shot of a guy doing I think he was doing like a blunt fakie or something, and it's just the whole Venice Park, all the bowl, you can see all the sand in it, and just like a huge line just swept out through the whole thing.
Whoever decided to put sand in there, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. That's so dumb.
Whoever cleaned that out, thank you.
Yeah,
I've never been to that park, but fuck that. Like,
so dumb.
It's there to be skated.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother avenue to go down. Hopefully, we're on our way out of that.
Yeah, I hope so.
That mentality and that whole. Anyways, but yeah. So, all right. Well, is there anything else we can discuss?
Oh, there's plenty of things we can discuss.
There's always things to discuss, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if cellar door, like I'm trying to push it for, it's there for skateboarders, for skateboarding. Like I'm trying to, like it's basically just me and Ryan. So and we got an awesome dude, this guy Wesley, that helps us writing some stuff. He interviewed Schmitty, and he'll write some stuff, and that's good for our SEO. And
yes, definitely feed the beast.
I'm learning about all that stuff, so it's been fun.
Feed the beast.
Yeah, I got to try and do more. Like I filmed a thing with George at Iris. Right before COVID started, and I still haven't edited yet because I'm like, fuck, like, but it's on my list and I'm getting to it, like, but all those things just take time, like need more manpower. But yeah, I want this to be for skateboarders. I'm like, I trip out on some of the people, like I have friends that they're like struggling, hurting, and they're sitting on a ton of shit, like not even collection. They have their collection and then just product,
just a stack of
shit.
I'm
just like, yo, slang that stuff, like. Make some money, take initiative, like, and then people that have brands, they're like.
So do you have pretty good traffic on the site?
I mean, Ryan's always like, yeah, this is doing great. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. So, but.
Well, okay. So, I mean, have you talked to anybody who's selling, any of the vendors that are selling on your page? And are they like, dude, I'm making a bunch of money?
Or, I talked to Zerosh. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I got to slow this down. It's flying up. Like, it's too much sometimes. And, Jason Adams will put stuff on there. And he's like, I'm pretty much, I have to dedicate a lot of time just to ship. Because that's Jason doing Jason stuff. Like, a lot of people think Slappy Hour is a company. I see, like, the messages coming to him, like, hey, I haven't gotten my tracking order yet. Like, yeah. And he's like, I'm working on it. Like, it's always like, people think it's Amazon or think that we're doing it. Like, I'm not in control of when Jason ships. That's
you're just the platform.
Yeah. So people don't understand that. And I try to like tell that story a lot, but like, people don't really, they don't really understand. And I get it. But yeah, when Jason makes a bunch of stuff and he puts it online, then it's like, then he has to spend time dealing with, like people going like, oh, I put in my wrong address, but then he has to ship it all, and that's a lot. Like he like does all kinds of cool like stencil stuff on everything. Like it's rad. Like, but yeah, so it's tough. This is one of the guys, I think he's part of Shut. He put this board up there, and I was kind of like, whoa, $10,000. All right.
Hopefully it sells for you, right? I mean,
yeah, the graffiti guy is supposed to be some, I don't know, some dude from back in the day. But I was like, that's cool.
That is a hefty price for a deck.
Yeah.
$10,000 for a deck. Looks like a blank deck that has been tagged just in the middle. Stay High 149.
One of one, created in 2003. So if you're in the market for a one of one art by Stay High,
20-year-old deck.
I asked somebody and Stay High is like this dude.
Oh, he's a dude.
Yeah, he's a dude. And I'm like, okay, cool.
And it looks like it was done in Sharpie.
He's a graffiti dude, so yeah. A fat tip? Is that what I don't
for
know.
$10,000.
Dude, when that sells.
Art is so crazy, man. Oh, that's great for you. You're like, hey, man, if that sells, I'll
We'll make a couple bucks on
that'll be a nice one. Not bad.
Yeah. But I'm like, I get stoked, like, because my phone just kind of constantly going like, this is happening. You got a new subscriber. Someone signed up.
Yeah.
Like, here's a sale. And when I see sales, I'm just like, yes, because I'm stoked for them. I'm stoked like that.
Yeah,
for the vendor.
Your motor's working.
Yeah, I'm like stoked for the customer to get what they want. I'm stoked for the vendor that made a sale. We helped initiate that. Like, I put up this dude put up a Big Brother Sonic shirt from 90 something the other day. I posted it on Instagram. It was sold in under 2 minutes, and I was like, that's the record. You know, like,
pretty rad.
He could have sold it for way more, but he's just like, oh, I just wanted to, get it out there. Like, some cool stuff comes through here. It's rad, and I like seeing it. Nice. Like these stickers, the hookup stickers. I'm like, this was part of my youth. Like, I liked.
Brought to you by They Vintage.
Yeah, I remember these at the shops. I'm just like, dude, they were so cool. And the sticker quality then, like, I don't know what their stickers are like now, but I remember hookups, Birdhouse, and Flip. I think they were all through Blitz at the time, and they all had the best stickers.
Yeah.
And then I loved anime, so, like, girls with boobs, like, I was into it.
Yeah, my mom never let me get any of these. I never had a hookups deck. Because when they were at their heights, I was like early high school. So my mom was like, no.
Yeah. It's weird. Now that I'm a parent,
no.
I look at like a lot of the graphics that hookups do, and I'm just like,
I wouldn't let my kid buy that shit either.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But as a kid, I was just like,
come on, it's not a big deal.
A nurse with boobs? Come on.
It's not a big deal. The graphic's going to get marked off anyway.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, well, then why do you want it? I'm like, damn it. My own logic against me.
Because I'll have a night with it to remember. Before it's scratched, I'll just hold her.
And you got a blog on your website as well?
Yeah, we try to. We need to do more for this. But like, yeah, we Wesley interviewed Schmitty about his podcast and about working at Thrasher and
Talking Schmidt.
Yeah, Talking Schmidt. So that was cool. So we, we have, like, read it. Like, it's interesting. He's got, he's usually interviewing other people, so it's good to have his take on what it goes into making a podcast. The Nestor thing. Nestor does this awesome thing. He's doing a nonprofit to get boards to, like, places like Cuba. So here's a video that we reposted of him doing that.
Hey, maybe you could repost this episode too. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. It's synergy, right? That's what that word means.
Yeah, feeding the beast.
Yeah.
More content, the better.
Yeah, so you can go in here and look at, look at all the click on this. That'll take you to the brands that are on here. Hopefully they all have banners. Like I've sold some tilt mode stuff through here.
I know this guy.
Which one?
Cray Creations.
Yeah, he's the homie.
Josh.
He makes
He's actually the one that introduced us, right?
Yeah, he's the homie. He makes really cool.
Yes, really cool recycled skateboard rings and knives.
I carry this. It's been kind of thrashed, but yeah, he makes really awesome stuff. And then he also makes cool barn doors for your house when
he made. We have a custom food dish holder for my cat and dog that he made.
What's custom food?
No, it's yeah. Well, actually, my cat does have custom food because he's got a fucking problem.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, he's a little shit. I love him, but he's...
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, he made this really cool wooden thing that has like the holes cut out for the bowls to sit in so that it's an elevated platform.
Oh, wow. Custom.
Yeah, it's all super cool.
Yeah, so like, this is... oh, God, I'm spacing his name. That dude that rips that rode for Send Help. He made a video, Brain Drain, and he put it on here and sold it on here. Beechin is it's more of a candle company, but they made some Tim Brosh ones, and I was like, hey,
sick,
sell those on here.
Yeah.
Lawn chair, that's a hardware company that Kong does.
Hensley.
Yeah, Matt Hensley. Dude, Matt Hensley sold some stuff that was, all the proceeds went to help Alan Losi. So it was that,
That's
print,
cool.
like it was signed. And
cool.
so money went to, things like that. Like we waive our fees and we feel good about helping skateboarding.
Skate
MD sells their stuff through here.
I got some swag. That's super cool.
Yeah. So we were, we're able to help, give them an avenue to sell stuff online,
that's cool.
where it's usually just at their events. Space Program. Do you know about Space Program?
No.
So Space Program's a board brand from Washington. They use the good wood. They make really awesome graphics, and they have a team of dudes that are really awesome. So they're hitting on all switches. They just need to, they're working on a full length. Like they got
up and coming. They're
they
trying to make headway.
Dude, they got a couple dudes that are like nuts, like doing some stuff that you'd never seen before. Like it's rad. Like so. Being able to work with them and help promote them and push them and get them any help that we could give them, I'm stoked to do.
Tell them to tell them to hit me up. Maybe we could get them in the shop.
Yeah,
if they got boards in stock and they're good, and if it's good wood, if they got a good price, we could sell them at SacRamp.
Sebastian, I'll hit you up. I'll connect you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Because we're all down for that too. That's what SacRamp is about. It's a side project. Between my partner and I, that we both have regular jobs.
Yep.
That we make our money at, and SacRamp's like for skateboarding. Yeah, it's like
awesome.
Whatever, that shit don't make any money. We're fucking
cool hangout spot.
We're about the skateboarding. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like they do good stuff. So they're on the verge of becoming climbing the ladder of being a known
space
brand.
program.
Yeah. So yeah, you should carry them. Any shops out there should carry them. That's another thing we want to do. We want to introduce skateboarders to stuff that they haven't seen before. Iris is another. Like, have you seen the stuff Iris does?
No, I'm not familiar.
So
Iris,
he recycled skateboards, but he makes skateboards out of recycled skateboards, and he makes all kinds of stuff. He makes.
Whoa, this is cool. So we're looking at a deck that is made from recycled skateboards, and it looks like you can see all the different like colored plies as like a grain through the deck of the board. It looks really cool.
Yeah, and he's made them vertically, so you have this he's kind of one of the dudes that was the forefront of recycled skateboarding.
Looks like he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he does a lot of good.
Well, are these one-offs?
They're all. I think a lot of them are the same shape, but he had a couple shapes, but yeah, they're. He sells them individually because they're unique in every way. So,
damn, they're all out of stock. He has none.
Yeah, they sell fast. Like people are like, when are you doing more? So
he's got none. And there's like 100 of them on there.
Here's the vertical ones.
Oh, that looks so sick. Damn, that's super sick.
But he's made like surfboards. He's done like some sculpture stuff. He's a skateboarder.
You can't buy any, but you should just go on thecellardoor.com and look up Iris skateboards.
Yeah,
man.
he's making more stuff.
Fucking sick. That is really cool looking.
Yeah, you could buy a hat from him.
I could buy a hat?
I think he's got some beanies.
Is that made from recycled skateboards?
No, but it should be. The beanies are gone too. Dang.
Everything's gone.
He's a popular dude.
This guy sells everything.
Yeah, he makes furniture. Like, dude, when you're balling and you got those sponsors, have him make an entire table for you out of recycled skateboards. Dude. It's nuts, dude.
How about chairs? I like my table.
Okay, chairs.
I like my table.
He could just make a countertop for you or something.
There you go.
Like he's done countertops for pizza places. It's nuts just to see how many plies of skateboards go into it.
A guitar body would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've seen that done. I don't know if he's done that, but I've seen it done.
Guitar body would be sweet.
Yeah.
Got a local shredder over here.
Dude, put in a...
Yeah, he's another James Gray, where he's super humble.
Awesome.
Won't tell you about how good he is, but he's good.
I bet. So,
Create? You got Create on there?
Yeah, Create's on here. They vintage sex tape. This is Old Bones. It's a bunch of like compression sleeves and stuff for skating.
Old Bones, is that like when you're like done with your reds, you throw them in a box and give them to somebody?
I guess so.
They're Old Bones. Red Curbs, there we go.
Observer, that's a zine from San Luis Obispo. Red Curbs is a shop. They made some really awesome sweatshirts and koozies and stuff. The Brat Bros was
Brat Bros.
Todd Bratchard made a fingerboard company with his nephew and his nephew's friend.
Rat Bros.
Put them on here. They were gone really fast. Look at how awesome they are. Like,
oh, that's cool. Yeah, those look cool.
yeah, like I mean, like I said, I love Todd's art. So yeah, that stuff went fast.
Man, you got there's a lot of people on here. There's a lot of brands on here.
Yeah, Boardy Cakes makes those, the
Looks like you're
small
doing
wheels.
You're doing pretty good, bro.
Skidmore's got some cool, like he's been doing some interesting shaped boards, and then I think that they're pouring their own wheels. Talking Schmitz outslings their stuff. Look at these boards; they look really cool.
Oh, like retro. Look like 40 and 50s race cars.
Or surfboards.
Or surfboards, yeah.
Like, cool
like
aesthetic.
the old,
that shape looks really cool.
The old hobby ones.
Yeah. But most people probably don't see this every day when they go into their local shop. I don't know. So if shops come on here, you know what I mean?
Pretty sure Orbit sells these. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before.
Okay. I tried to set. They were pretty good.
Where have I seen these before? I've seen those somewhere. Sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's like this guy Luke Handsome. He's another great artist. He just got on.
Luke
recently.
Handsome.
He does cool cartoony graphics, and it just got him on some grip tape.
Oh, sick. He's got custom grip tape.
Yeah. If you need some grip tape with the dog with boobs, here it is.
Dude, that's from Lady and the Tramp, right?
No.
Is that what that dog is from?
I think that's his dog.
Both titties.
I think that's
his dog. His dog has tits.
Well, I mean, a lot of dogs have tits.
That's crazy. But up there, whoa! I think your dog has. Tumors.
Breast implants are the new thing in dog technology.
Hey, that's cool. If you want your dog to be more attractive.
Yeah, these stickers are awesome. I love stickers.
Oh man, this is. You got a lot of cool stuff on this site.
Yeah. So get on to Cellar Door and check it out and support skateboarders doing cool stuff.
Yeah, that's what's up. And almost all of these people are skateboarders or have something to do with skateboarding.
Go all the way down. Check out this one is Daniel.
This guy?
I'm going to butcher his name. Daniel Feidenhauer. He works at Dwindle. He makes these books that just kind of.
Hey, he's like the rep, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I get emails from that guy.
Yeah, he made these books and they showcase certain times. Scroll down and you can see.
Sick.
Yeah, you could buy a digital download, so you could download just the PDF file here, or you could actually have the book and buy the book and he'll send it to you.
Why you want the PDF, man? Get the book.
Oh yeah, totally.
Fucking digital shit. Get the book.
Well, get the digital download, look at it, and you're like, oh, this is rad, and then buy the book, and then buy.
Oh, so you spend more money.
Well, you want to make sure that
I like it. Yeah. I like it. Spend more. Yeah, spend more money,
and then buy all the other stuff.
And all the other stuff. Buy everything.
But I mean, he put a lot of work into that. You know what I mean? There's some really cool shit in there.
Oh yeah, it says right here, sales representative for Dwindle. Yeah, I recognize that. How do you not recognize that last name?
Dude,
I recognize that. I know that last name.
People's last names, but that's all I do.
Not going to try to say it, but it's in my email all the time.
Hewer?
Hi,
but yeah, I mean, he's a good dude. He obviously loves skateboarding. Put his heart into some books and doing some cool shit.
Yeah,
a lot of this.
As soon as we get some swag.
What do you need?
So we're going to be getting shirts hopefully soon.
Oh yeah,
and stickers. So.
Oh yeah.
Another place to advertise.
You got someone printing. I know good people that do good jobs.
Yeah, we've got a great printer.
Cool.
Actually, Mr. Bun Prints.
Awesome.
It's one of our buddies that just started a print shop, and he does good work.
Does he do your Orbit stuff?
No, he does all the sack ramp stuff.
Oh, cool.
Orbit's a different. It's they're in the bay, so they're not connected to anything out here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've got my sack area stuff, and then my Bay Area stuff, and they're
diversifying.
Yeah, definitely not putting all the eggs in one basket. They're separate.
Cool.
So,
okay, so Kyle's the homie. He's gnarly filmer dude now, but he was one of the guys that jumped on here and put some photos up there. He's got some incredible shots. He's a great photographer.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I should do this. So is he selling? Are these like? Oh, it's a paper print. Okay.
Yeah, you buy it, he prints it, sends it to you. You hang it on your wall and stare at Heath doing a front blunt at Stanford.
I'll sell some pictures of some dudes that like nobody knows. Like, it's just a cool skate photo.
I mean, there's some on here. The people that I'm like, that's a kid. It says random kid. Here's a random guy hauling up a curb.
Yeah, some random guy just doing like a little, rocket ollie up a curb.
I was just going for it.
Oh, you know that guy? Do you know that guy?
No, it's just.
Yeah, he's going for it. I think he made it.
It's Mark. For people who can't see, it's Mark Gonzalez.
Oh, I've heard of him. Mike Carroll photo.
Switch Slappy? What? There's a Switch Slappy?
Switch Slappy board slide. So
what?
I'm kind of that name really. Is that the best name for it?
Switch Slappy board slide.
So he's running into it backwards, going up it, and then sliding on his wheelbase, and then coming in. That's a better name for it.
So he's going that way.
No, he's coming this way.
He's going that way?
Yeah, he's popping out of it right now with the city behind him.
Huh.
Great photo.
Yeah.
Great spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
$40 to $50. What does that mean?
I think there's two sizes.
Oh, okay.
So if you get the smaller size,
okay.
you pay the lesser fee.
The price is $40 to $50.
Yeah, so you could choose an option here, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 8 by 12 or 16 by 20.
Okay,
Like Carroll print, you could have it on your wall.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, you go to McDonald's and they're like, it's like $5 to $10. You're like,
Yeah. I'm super stoked on Kyle. Like, he's come so far since I met him as a kid.
yeah?
And he works for New Balance now. He's doing their
Sick.
video stuff. Yeah,
Sick.
he's phenomenal. He really knows what he's doing and has a good eye, and he's a great person. I think we were texting this morning, talking shit to each other back and forth.
I want to work for a skate company.
You do. You have a podcast that you work for.
No, I'm losing money. I'm losing money on the podcast.
Hey, just because you're not making money doesn't mean you're not working for it.
That's true. We are working for it. And I mean, we do have the shop. But
Ooh, Derek Michael Brennan. Have you seen these ones? Go up right there. He makes trading cards.
Trading cards?
So they come in packs. So scroll down a little bit more. Yeah, so they come in little series that he draws. You know, this one.
Oh, I see. And they're skaters with like their facts or whatever on them.
Yeah, it'll tell like a little cool thing about them, like Gino Iannucci, Guy Mariano. Like, yeah, I've seen a picture. I think one guy showed a picture. He had all of them except for like one. I don't think I've seen the complete set in one go yet. But I wish I had the complete set.
So it's like a little caricature of the skater, and then on the back they've got like just like a trading card where it's got like all his stats, like who he's sponsored by, and a little thing about him.
Yeah, I wish it came with bubble gum, like a little strip of bubble gum, like back in the day.
That would be funny.
You put in your mouth and you bite down, and it just turns to flakes,
or breaks your teeth.
Yeah, I miss that, but I think that would be a totally different beast to handle.
Yeah, putting food.
But
in
God, I love this. Like he did a Ben Ramers card.
Yeah,
and he asked me to write something about it. So that was, Ben was like, I gotta get all choked up. But Ben was like one of my homies.
Yeah,
and he passed away, and so he did a tribute card to him.
That's rad.
Yeah, I got one of those. Got it. He gave me a couple, and so I sent out some to a bunch of friends.
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's tough. That one's still hard. But yeah, he does like I think like I see a lot of skateboarders that are just like, oh, these are great. I need these, and so I'm happy to help, make that happen for them. And I went to SkaterCon right before right when COVID was starting, like the whole shutdown. Like we were down at SkaterCon, and I got to hang with him and met a couple other guys that have some stuff to do with this. Like, that's cool. Working with people and doing this, and then getting to hang with them and meet them, and
yeah.
So Create's like,
these guys are cool.
They're in SF. They opened a brick and mortar store.
Poo rail.
I wonder how all that's doing. Like, that's probably had to be tough during all this, and then probably took off like when things opened back up. I hope so.
Well, I mean, he's helping out a lot. Man, that guy's going off.
Who?
Poo Rail.
Poo Rail? Yeah. He got some pop.
He's so good. I've watched that kid since he was a kid.
Yeah, I see him ollie over a car or some shit.
He's just so good. He's so good. Good dude too.
Yeah, I've never met him, but I've seen his ollies and they're great.
He's super positive.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know him super well, but every time he sees me, he's like super stoked.
Well, who wouldn't be stoked to see
It
you?
gives me love. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like dealing with, I'm talking to Chris that runs Create or owns it, or like, like helping it. We've pushed some of his stuff through, and that feels good.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, yeah, you're helping skaters make money, and that's like one of the most important things that they need to be able to just keep skating.
Yeah, Fireside is that's my homie Adam Crew. Like he's Tilt Mode homie from back in the day. So he's got a board company that's they're doing really cool stuff. They had trouble getting boards too, but they got these boards out. I've helped him on some production stuff before. But yeah, like that's a homie, so I want to help them succeed, and they got a lot of rad dudes. Steve Perdue rides for him. You ever heard Steve Perdue? He's sick. He got some moves.
Right on. This is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a product, if you have a shop, if you've got extra shit laying around, can you sell used shit too? Like,
I mean, we've the only used stuff we've sold so far has been vintage. Like
vintage.
Yeah, but I would imagine if you have something that someone wants.
Yeah, not to say that there's not a market for that.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of like old trucks laying around, you're selling for cheap, and you want to ship them.
Yeah. I mean, we could definitely so when somebody signs up, they go through a
vetting process.
Vetting, that's the word I was looking for. Vetting process. So, and it's a lot of times we're like, hey, we got too many of this, like, so we're sitting tight on that. We're trying to get more of this. Like,
okay.
So we have a couple people that were just like, let's sit tight. I've talked to a couple people where I'm just like, hey, there's like this one guy that does art. He's a skateboarder, and I was just like, let me build this up, and then we'll get you going. Like, sit tight. And he was like,
okay, so it's not just a click process. You have to like.
Yeah, we've had electric skateboard stuff like sign up, and we're just like, that's not what we're going for. Like, that's probably good money there, but like that's not what we're going for. So we try to keep it to our world.
Core.
Our world of skateboarding. Like, yeah. So everybody in here is part of that world somehow. So. But yeah, like you go through, you sign up, and then when we can get to it, we look at it. We usually have a meeting about it. We try to figure out, but we're kind of backed up. There's a backlog of people that we have to like kind of go, because we have to go through and see what they're doing and see what they're pushing and how they're promoting it. Like and if you're doing a lot to promote your stuff, like you kind of get bumped. They have in the past get pumped up. Like if you
have a good product.
Yeah.
If you got a sick product, then
if it's something out of the norm, then you cut like because we put them into categories, kind of like So if it's something that we don't have, and there's there's a need to put it on there, then we'll bump you up. But we're kind of lagging because Ryan's working so hard to get 2.0 software going. We're gonna have a whole new back end and more options and real time shipping and we'll be able to integrate through Shopify. So if you already have a website for Shopify, e-commerce on Shopify, you'll be able to go boop, and it goes whoosh. You can kind of pick and choose what you want to go over, and it has real-time
update.
Yeah, so if you're selling on your Shopify and one goes out the door, your inventory's updated. If you sell on Seller Door, one goes out the door, it's updated. So that's going to be really big. Like, I think people will be like, oh, this is another platform. Yeah, we push your product as well. It's like,
why not?
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the hope, is that when we get there, like, we're really gonna get more people, because I've reached out to a lot of people that I know over the like working in skateboarding, and a lot of them are just like, yeah, well, we're paying these people to do this, and that's gonna have to take them off of that to do. So a lot of them weren't really like, and I get it. So when we do that real time integration, you don't have to take anybody off of it.
Boom, it's already there.
Just push that button, let it do its thing.
Yeah.
We'll start selling your stuff for you.
That's sick. Well, that's great. I'd say that's a great thing to end on. It would be, why not? Why not try it, right? Yeah. Sellerdoor.com. Make sure you check it out. You're also on an Instagram at thecellardoor.com. Remember, it's SELLER.
No .com on the gram.
At the Cellar Door
Yeah.
on Instagram. And remember, SELLER, Cellar Door.
Or you can email me, Matt, MATT, at thecellardoor.com.
Remember, SELLER, cellardoor.com. I think that's about it for us. Make sure to follow us, like, subscribe, all that on our social media, at About That Ender on everything. And
if you're a big company that wants to sponsor this podcast,
yes,
just start sending the checks in.
just send them in. We'll talk about you.
They want to get bigger and better guests.
Send me a hey. All right. Well, I guess that's about it. Sorry about the squeaking. We had to change our chairs because Trina was uncomfortable. So
I'm happy with this chair.
all right, man. And anything else, Cameron? That's it. All right.
Good job on the production, Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron. Thank you. And we're out.
Hanging out.
Bye bye. Cool.